Yo man, what's good with y'all? This is Simply Day Day and I'm back with another video. This video ain't gonna be too long, y'all. I know y'all hear my voice in a minute. It has been a while, I ain't gonna lie. I just been trying to living life. Just going through motions here and there. Um, but through it all, I've made progress, I'm growing. That's one thing that I always, I continue to ask God daily just within my prayer is for him to continue to mold me, into the person in which he sees pleasant in his eyes, and to get to that point, you know, I gotta go through certain things, we all gotta go through certain things. I just wanna before I get into this video, I wanna just say this to somebody. And I believe I probably even said this in one of my past videos before. When you go through certain trials and tribulations, first off, don't count it strange. The word of God says don't count it strange when you go through trials and tribulations. But then don't blame God for the trials and tribulations that you go through. You gotta understand, God is a God of love. And sometimes we like to just always think of love as just this squishy, just gushy, mushy type thing. And it is. Love is that. But that's also a thing is called tough love. And sometimes we got to go through tough situations in order for us to come out as diamonds. You feel me? So just want to just put that out there. But with that being said, I want to say just this one thing. It's a particular song that I'm listening to right now. And shout out first off, just shout out to his name goes by Ringo or Star Ringo. Shout out to him. But it's in this particular song, he says that, after a rough lifestyle, right? He says that in the song that, he changed his ways. He changed his ways, but, well, no. Yes, he says he changed it. He says that he changed his ways. He's off of that. And whatever that may be, or may have been in his life, he's off of that. But then he says, but just like Lazarus in the Bible, how when Jesus, Yahshua, when he brought Lazarus back from the dead, he said in his song that he changed his ways, he's off that. But just like Lazarus, he can be brought back. Say that one more time. He said, and I quote from the song, he said that he changed his ways, he's off that. But like Lazarus, he can be brought back. And that lyric along in the song, that really stood out to me, because I feel like that's kind of like that can be for anybody, like, and this is why it's so important, that we keep on our armor of God, because all of us, has been clean, from dirt that, God has rinsed off of us, But the key is, although yes, we may make mistakes, but the key is to want to stay clean, to want to stay, just within the spirit, because yes, we all can be brought back in the same situations that we were once in if we're not careful. This is why, the word of God says that the eyes and the ears are the eye opener of the soul. It's why it's so important that we got to watch what we watch. Pay attention to what we watch. Be mindful of what we watch. Be mindful of who we hang around with. You know, don't set yourself up into certain situations where you know that you will be triggered. Because yes, in the end, as long as we in this flesh, yes, temptation will come. This is why, again, it's so important, you know, that we just be aware, you know, of that. Because yes, we can all be like Lazarus. And I mean, and obviously, you know, Lazarus, you know, in the song he was just using that as a bar, or, you know, but in the end, you know, as I'm saying what he said, most of y'all, I'm sure most of y'all kind of get my drift or get his drift of what he was saying in the song. Like we can, and basically that is we can be put back, we can be we can be put back, um, we can be put back in our past, you know, like if we're not careful, you know. So I just want to encourage somebody today. If you are one of those people, if you are one of those people right now, you know, if you feel like you are getting triggered, and if you feel like you are wondering why certain things, you know, are starting to come back or happen, just ask yourself, like, what have you did this week? Have you watched certain things that have triggered you into falling back into certain addictions? Have you been doing certain actions? Have you been peer pressured into doing certain actions, you know? Or I ain't gonna even say necessarily peer pressured, you know, but have you been, you know, tempted to, you know, to go back into living a certain lifestyle? Have you picked up a desire, you know, to start to go back to living a certain lifestyle? You know, once we, you know, become, you know, saved and stuff like that, you know, and, you know, after some work and a lot of progress, you know, we don't, all those desires kind of, they go away. But, you know, in the end, you know, if you are doing certain things, they could come back, because you given access now, you know, to certain spirits to come back in, you know, so, or to be brought back in, you know. So just a word, man. I really wanted to kind of just put out there today, you know, or just be mindful, you know, just continue to be aware, and you know, just keep your eyes open, you know, and see things not just through the natural eye, but through the spirit. You know, that's why the word of God says, you know, like we are to test the fruits, you know, of the spirit, you know, of the spirit. Test them. Don't be afraid. That's just like when certain scientists, I'm gonna say this. That's just like when certain scientists, before they approve something, right? They got to test it to make sure, you know, it ain't no backfires or anything like that. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same just within the spirit. If you know something, if you know something doesn't sit well with your spirit, if you know something doesn't feel right, and you know something is off, go with that. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, that's God's spirit within you that's telling you, like, no. You feel me? So just wanted to just put that out there, man. Other than that, y'all stay safe out here. Y'all stay prayed up. Most definitely stay prayed up, man. It's so much going on this within this world, you know. I just found out, I'm gonna say this last thing. I just found out that, you know, in China, how these people are literally reversing, you know, the word of God, and putting their own. They're basically making their own Bible, dang near, you know. So it's just got. I mean, y'all, we so much going on, y'all. So, but anyways, and y'all even pray. Y'all pray for them. Y'all even I just want anybody that's watching this video, if you can just please, you know, just even keep China in y'all prayers, you know. to just want to change their hearts, change their ways, you know. But anyways, man, I'll catch you on my next video, man. Simply Day Day, man. Signing out.